Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2v2 Showdown!
Look at those miners, man is there as well. Legend out-tanking man here. Does the rockets, your flag is all the way snapping that one factory out of the way, but on the back of that, Legend getting his... That's good tech. Marko trying to push it, but pulls back up. All right, here we go. Second game of the night, and it's gonna be a banger of the game. We got two elite S-Class teams here with us. You have Team Bob. That's gonna be beloved Marko and Gino. Let's find where they're on the map. We got Marko in yellow, so he's top right. His teammate Gino in blue is gonna be bottom right, and Allied and Soviet. So got Raptors left here. The other team, Team Jordan. Our Habibi Legend down in bottom left here in red, and Kwos up in top left. We're on Dorado Descent, and let's see how this turns out here. S-Class games, it's gonna be pretty high level, and we're hoping to see some absolute fucking barn burners here, as our beloved Ivor, excuse me, loves to say. So left versus right, left versus right. Predictions are open. If you wanna vote in, the predictions will end into the second game, so people don't have you're gonna use the first game to have a feel of how each team is performing, and then you can vote in.
So what do you think, MJ? Who's taking this?
Oh man, I think it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be pretty bad to say this, but because of Marko, I'm gonna have to say Team Bob. Because I mean, Marko is so good, he's so dominant, so consistent. Like, he can dominate anywhere and anything. Like, I have a feeling like even in 2v2s, like he's gonna dominate, and he's gonna absolutely bring the power, the Soviet power with him.
Yeah. Top side, both guys drone each other's miners. Looks like Marko's fixing his up now, and now Kwos is also fixing his. So
pretty Marko even against Kwos as well on top.
Yeah. On the bottom though, it looks like Gino pulling the miner after a tank, kind of seeing what Legend's doing, kind of playing him out, preparing himself for a rush possibly. Oh, let's get droned. That was Kwos's drone too, so now Kwos is helping Legend out with a drone to an allied player. Just to throw that out there.
Yeah. Alright, so immediately Kwos pushing onto Marko down on the top right here. Marko going maybe one too many miners.
Yeah, definitely not a good choice here to do that. Oh, let's save it. Here comes Legend though as well.
And Gino.
Nice teamwork by both teams.
Yeah, that's nice. Gino coming in just to help. A couple Rocketeers as well. I think maybe Legend a little bit late, but he's gonna push it down 3 rounds down to his bottom right though. Gino way far back and on top right. He's gonna have to pull all the way back. I don't think that's just gonna get any damage done though.
This is pretty good for Legend since he's splitting the allied Grizzlies apart. Strength of numbers, right? If you can split those numbers apart, Grizzlies just pop to these rhinos. Gino doing pretty good with his tank control there, and he's even mining gems.
That's ballsy right at the start, mining gems as well. Pretty big fight here down on the right side. Legend just played two rhinos to snipe those Grizzlies, but to no avail. Grizzlies gonna outrun Legend here. Kwos coming in just to help his teammate top left from Kwos. Where's Marko?
Where's Marko? There he is. Tank there. So we have Marko on 7 miners, and then Kwos is on 6 miners right now. 3 war factories for Kwos, 3 war factories for Marko. Meanwhile, on the bottom, there's a lot more fighting going on, so their macro hasn't been, at least Gino's macro hasn't been on point. Look at Legend's base compared to Gino's right now.
I think Gino going with a slightly unorthodox build. Like, he's mining gems so far away. I guess that's a good thing because he has chrono miners, and you know he's kind of protected being left versus right.
I don't know though, but he keeps going really low. He hasn't been botting him out. So he hasn't hit 0, but he's there. Just right in the thin line. I guess it's working.
We'll see. We'll see if he works. If he makes it work.
Yeah.
Legend is knocking though. Oh, and the Rocketeers are not in good position. The flag is right there. Gino gonna push the flag away very nicely. Rocketeer doing some damage, but yeah, it's gonna be hard for
best
him to
trade
win
for
it.
Gino, yeah.
Yeah. Kwos and Legend. Kwos and Marko still just
All right, at
watching
this
each other.
point, you know, Gino should be telling Marko, hey, I'm dead, you know, or I'm going to die. So at this point, Marko needs to do something, right? Like he can't just sit around and just play this game anymore, like where he's just at a standoff. Like he needs to move, do whatever you have to do because you're gonna lose either way.
Yeah, but I think whatever move he makes, and I assume that move will be spinning off some rhinos to help or just pushing onto Kwos. It's gonna be a bad move for him because he's out tanked, and it's gonna be hard for him to win that fight.
Definitely very, very hard, yeah. But he needs to do something, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, Kwos is ahead of him, it almost feels like.
Ooh, but Kwos going straight in. Marko no sentry guns though, he did sell his MCV. Oh, but look at that domination from Kwos, so many rhinos.
Yeah,
Gino goes GG, Marko.
well played by left side.
Yeah, I think that's the Soviet power from both of them, right? Coming through. Was it a bit of bad micro from Gino, do you think? I didn't really see that much from Gino. I was too focused on the top. Yes,
Such a masterpiece, this map. It plays so well in every single position. Corners, left versus right, top versus bottom.
And it's a Westwood map. And that's quite rare to say a well-made Westwood map. Like, it's weird.
There's definitely like just a handful of them, right? A lot of them almost like if you just put a little bit of like tweaks here and there, kind of like Montana, right? Like turned out to be amazing.
Yeah.
But anyways, what do we got here? We got Kwos on the bottom right, Marko bottom left. So Kwos and Marko once again facing off on the bottom side. Corner game. Legend on the top left and Gino on the top right. A lot of action here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see maybe the same thing here on Dorado, but differently it's gonna be on Heck, so it's not gonna be as wide open. So I think teammates are gonna be able to help each other out a bit better here than Dorado when it takes like a full 5 seconds to get across to your teammate.
I think Gino is gonna play a lot better. I feel like Gino's gonna play better here. I feel like more experienced, more comfortable on Heck. He kind of has this position here on the top right where I don't think he's going to get splitted off that bad. So he'll have some position to just kind of support Marko here. That's what he needs to do at least.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be able to abuse those paradrops really well. There's a clear choke point on the bottom side of his refinery. So put a paradrop among the trees, and it's going to be really hard for who's the bottom right? Kwos to sort of run over them. Yeah, he's gonna be able to walk with those power drops as well.
Oof, Marko does get droned. He has a depot ready already, so not too bad. He was preemptive depot. I'm so surprised. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, some of the experienced 2v2 players would never, in my opinion, or from my experience, I should say, would never make minors on a cornered games on Heck. You know, and we're seeing these guys go 2 minors and shit. Like, what the fuck? You know? But then again, do you question them? Because they're so fucking good. Like, do you question it? But the 2v2 players from back in the day, and they were so much different from 1v1 players, they would probably laugh at this.
Yeah, I think it's how the meta adapts and everything. The game has totally changed from back in Xbox.
Yeah, definitely.
So interesting warp actually placement. The Legend going down one.
Yeah, nice drone by Marko there. He gets one of the Legends miners. He does have a depot, but he's gonna have to send it way back home. Gino pulling to the right, pushing back down.
Yeah, and Kwos is moved towards the middle here from Kwos. Very ballsy. It does put him a little bit more vulnerable because obviously it's MCV and 2 miners on the middle. And
I don't know where Legend's going with these 3 tanks, MJ.
Middle going towards bottom left, doubling.
I think he's a little confused. I think he thought that maybe Kwos was Marko. He was headed toward those miners. You know, he was headed somewhere.
There's
Yeah,
no
he's a little
reason why
thrown
he
off
would
right
go
now.
there in the first place.
Unless he just changed his mind, goes back to the left side there. It looks like we're gonna see a top versus bottom here for a second.
Yeah, these Rocketeers, man, across that cliff area is gonna be so deadly.
Yeah, there is a flag there. Careful. Oh, nice Harriers there. Snipe off the flag. There's one more support coming from Legends.
Oh no, Marko.
Little base trade here going on. Marko, he does have the numbers to support this in the back, and he does have a lot of numbers in the front too.
Oh
Legend,
my God.
he needs to be careful here. I think Gino's gonna be okay here. He just, as long as Gino just realizes that Marko is basically about to win this game here.
Yeah,
Doesn't do anything reckless. Don't do anything reckless, you know. Pull back if you need to.
not sure why Legend decided to take that base shot when he didn't really have the Rhino numbers. Marko only has like 2 Rhinos left, but that one Rhino can turn into an elite really quickly, and
Yeah,
can
Marko
just
actually
it around.
he just sends a group of rhinos into Kwos' army there. Just sacrifices all of them. So he does have a lot more rhinos coming into Kwos' base right now.
And this is where I think
Meanwhile,
Kwos has
yeah,
Rhino numbers. It's gonna be really useful.
snipe Legends War Factory with Rocketeers as well.
Oh,
Keeping Legend down.
it's gonna be a doubling it down towards the bottom right. Kwos. Marko needs to keep pushing onto Kwos here to help Gino out for a little bit. See Legend building a war factory by Kwos' MTV as well. Marko, where's he going?
Yeah, Gino's losing a couple of miners here to 2 tanks. Gino falling asleep versus Kwos. He's too worried about those 2 tanks from Legend.
Oh, and he got so many grizzlies wiped out onto his bottom right.
Yeah,
I'm wondering why
support,
Marko
though.
didn't just commit to that double when Gino was already there. He kind of pulled back for a little bit, hang around his war factory. But he is getting some effective damage out now. 1 miner down and 1 war factory down as well.
Yeah, Legend got his war factory back up, but he's about to lose it right back again.
There you go.
This one's over here.
That was a wild game. Like everything was going everywhere. A Legend trying to attack his teammate. Suddenly was stops his bottom. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, that was a little strange. These are kind of like the type of games that you'd see from like, I don't know. I don't want to say like unexperienced players, but like some players who don't know exactly 2v2. You know, like you said, Legend kind of running around, not really knowing what he's doing with his tanks. He's going 2 miners on corner games. You know, like, is it viable? I don't think so. Against like a really top tier 2v2 team that is aggressive, I don't think that usually happens.
Yeah.
But again, hey, they're gonna prove me wrong here one of these days. I'm hoping to see it.
I mean, if everyone goes 2 miners, then I guess it's okay to go 2 miners.
Double paras, right?
Yeah, I mean, relative double paras is equivalent of 1 Yuri's Revenge single para drop.
Maybe not even that, but yeah, getting close to it.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 paras. So left side, huh? Left side for Gino and Marko.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I prefer, but I would like to see Gino's double para, because even though the double para it's not equivalent to Yuri's, but in this case where there's quite obviously some choke points, he can abuse those para drops really well here with the double para. But I think he might have something else up his sleeve.
Yeah, whatever the case here, I think I fell for this trap. Well, it wasn't a trap. I just thought that I would be able to make it happen and make it work for me. But being on the top left where Gino's at right now, I kind of just committed to going toward the top and getting that ore and the ore in the middle and just ignoring the gems. But you really need those gems. You need to share those gems. I think it's huge because you can get out tanked so quick without that extra cash.
Yeah, I think I did see someone just ignoring the gems there. Then,
yeah, there's been a couple teams actually. I myself did it as well.
It may be a sense that they leave it to the quote-unquote better players how to get the gems so they can quote-unquote spend it more wisely, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that.
Yeah, if you want to, if you do something like that.
Double drone!
Oh, nice drone.
Onto Marko.
Yeah. What does he do? Does he fix them both, do you think?
I think he fixes them both.
Oh no, he's losing it. He's losing it. They're going 0.
Oh.
He fell asleep in the wheel here. We fell asleep. We didn't even see those tanks coming until we're there.
Yeah, I think this is exactly like you said. One team committing to miners and the other team committing to drones and rhinos.
Yeah, especially if you have 2 Soviets going into that one guy. It's a good double team, just straight up.
Yeah, it looks like Marko did lose 2 miners right there. Of course, gonna be able to keep out the pressure. And now with that paradrop as well.
Yeah, paradrop down. We still have rhinos in his base. Gino coming in to support him. Sentry, sentry gun down as well, but the damage is done. 1 miner for Marko right now.
Yeah, even though the miners on gems, maybe consider that 2 miners on gold, but
yeah,
I think right
4
now
miners
Marko's
for Kwos on the right.
Yeah, Marko's so far behind. Look at that combination from Legend and Kwos as well. I don't think Gino and Marko can get out of this at all. Marko's gonna be slowly running out of money. Nothing from his warfare tree so far? What's he doing? Picking a miner? Call GG anyway.
Well, rookie mistake, right? What's one of the basic rules of and fundamental parts of the game? You always look at your enemy's war factory, see what kind of stuff they're breaking, right? And I don't think Marko did. He was too busy. He was too busy fixing his miners, though, right? Like, it wasn't like his mistake, I should say. He was just preoccupied with a lot of attacks already. He had to defend off. So jungle. I don't know who to root for in this one. I don't know.
Jungle produces.
Who's a jungle favorite?
Jungle produces time and time again the best 2v2 matches I've ever seen.
Player defeated.
And I think we're about to see another one here. All 4 Soviets, no allied from Gino.
No allied from Gino on jungle. That's interesting. Jungle is usually a good allied map as well. They're playing corner games, so I wonder if we're gonna see something different from the head game, right? Are we gonna see miners this again, or are we just gonna see tanks like last game?
Oh god. I just hope that Marko and Gino don't get caught out with the same thing once again. I think because the levels is right, they're expecting a longer game, you know, build more miners and everything, but Legend and Kwos I think just played perfectly, that perfect counter, going drones and then Rhino straight away 0 from the war factory. Like, that was absolutely amazing. But yeah, corners game, I don't think they're gonna go to minus on the corners game, dude. Like, you're gonna have to be aggressive on corners. So if they go to minus, I think the other team would probably pick up on that and try to counter that immediately, but I don't know, we'll see. Kwos top
definitely.
left, bottom right, Legend. Top
very
right,
interesting war placement by Marko, sorry. I've never really seen that. I guess, I'm not saying it's bad or good, I've never seen it.
I guess his second wall will have to be right next to it then, right? Because I don't think he wants to waste the 2 seconds that you need for the to go all the way.
He gets double droned again!
Oh my god.
These guys are on point with their drones. Marko does drone bottom right, and then here comes Gino with another drone. But this is what I'm talking about. That by this point, they already have 2 drones in Marko's. Oh, Marko saves both miners.
Nice.
Gino coming in to snipe that and finish off that miner. Very nice by Gino. Heads up play.
Double drone! Get it one more. Oh, nice.
And Gino gets tanked as well. Okay, he doesn't have the depot. He can defend it, or he can repair it.
Legend lost like 2 miners down bottom right. He got double drone again. So I think literally both teams had the same idea. We got double drone to Marko, double drone to Legend, but Legend loses both of his rhinos, miners.
It looks like, Legend. I mean, Legend is left with 2 miners right now. He's the one struggling. He's the only one that's struggling the most. Look at Marko's base though compared to top left. It looks a little bit better, but 5 miners for both players.
It is.
You look at bottom right and
the dude got double drone. That's no shit on him a little bit too much.
No, Marko got double droned, and look at his base. He's the best one right now.
It's
His
Marko.
macro is on point.
It's Marko. I
Legend sells his
surprised.
MCV.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's desperation. Yeah, at least he got a good refiner off before selling. But
Yeah, it's not bad. He has 3 miners. He could sustain for a while, but he's not looking to like play the long game here. So Gino's just gonna get further and further ahead if Legend doesn't do anything. This is really all on how much Legend can commit to his early game right now.
Yeah,
What does he do?
currently he is sort of on par with Gino in terms of numbers, but along the way, a couple minutes later, I think Gino will probably be so far ahead of Legend that Legend can't really keep up with him. But he doesn't seem to be doing anything currently. I think Gino's already past that stage.
Yeah, Gino with 5 miners right now, so he just had another refinery placed. So 5-3 technically on the right side, I should say. On the left side, it looks like Kwos just sold his MCV as well, so they're committing. They have to do something. They know it.
Yeah, see Legend setting 3 rhinos on top left to help Kwos a little bit. Gino. Legend's gonna have to hold up against Gino here while he tries to help Kwos the rhino numbers. They need to commit. Gino should be able to push in as well, but got sentry guns out from Kwos on bottom right as well. Oh no!
Yeah, Marko doing really good holding here. Oh, looks like Kwos is going into Gino's base instead. Gino needs to pull back here. Marko committing to Kwos's base. Kwos taking a couple miners from Marko, but Legend looks like he's gonna try to do something to Marko as well in the middle here.
Yeah, we got miners getting hit down towards the bottom. Marko definitely.
Yeah, Marko does have a lot of miners though.
Yeah.
He's losing them all though. He already lost 2. He's gonna lose the 3rd one here.
I think the
Gino's
damage.
gonna support him with some desos, but
Yeah.
either way, look
Kwos
at
is
top
out.
left.
Yeah, Kwos is out.
gone.
But there's one sentry gun on bottom right, so it's not over yet.
Oh, he's left with a lot of tanks still. He can probably do something really crazy here.
Oh no!
Look at right side, bottom right. Gino's not looking. His tanks are not in the right position here.
Yeah, but I think he will be able to.
He's committing. He's committing.
Yeah, he needs.
Sacrificing. Yeah, that was very heads-up play right there by Gino. Doesn't care about purple's tanks. Might as well take that out.
Yeah, I think Gino dived in just to take that sentry gun out, so Kwos would have been out of the game as well. So Kwos with the huge rhino attack numbers all gone because Gino dived right in, and that was the absolutely right thing to do.
He had a lot of tanks.
Yeah. I mean, Legends on one war factory. If he dives in, he might lose a couple of rhinos, but on the back of that, Marko's gonna be able to keep on building. That was nuts.
Nice teamwork by both teams, actually. We saw a lot of little tag team here and there. I think the very early is what usually sets the pace for the rest of the game. And goddamn, Legend was left with like 2, 3 more, technically 3 miners and sold his MCV. That's how heavy he got hit in the beginning.
I've never seen 2 double drones in the same game at the same time.
That was pretty nice, actually. They like had the timing perfectly too.
Yeah. God.
Destroyed everybody for a while.
It's a big brain football move. Just buy the the best players.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Him and Stefan were really good together.
How did Stefan back in games? I've seen him around so much. He has a pro tag on Discord, but I have not seen him play ever.
Really? Well, we played in that 2v2 tournament that happened not. Well, actually, it's been a while now. COVID time, 2020. That huge 2v2 tournament that we did, or that I did hosted. We got semis, we got 2nd place. We lost to fucking Max and Matt at the end of the day.
Oh, Max and Matt.
But we beat everybody else. We beat Gino and Gene and Gene. Wait, what the fuck? Gene and Frank. Gene and Gene. What's up?
Gene has a brother that I don't know about.
No, because Gene and Frank were probably the scariest team that I thought that I was gonna have to face. And when we beat them, I was like, "Fuck, Max and Matt. All right, we got this." But they got us.
All right. So
anyways,
we're on toe. Yeah. So this is top versus bottom on toe.
They didn't pick sides on this game.
No, toe is absolutely random. So you can go corners on toe. But I just canceled out the middle spot so you don't get any like uneven spotting. So I think this calls for pretty intense games. Oh, pro dog on the left side by Gino. Takes out half of Legend's cornies. The drone goes in as well. So we're seeing a 0. We're seeing a 0 from everyone, but that second ref from Gino. Oh, there
Marko's
it is.
looking like me, dude. I feel you, Marko. He's been droned every single game so far.
And I think that's pretty smart for them. Like target the best player that they have, and like double on them, double drone them. You know, they sort of annoy the hell out of them. It's been working like really well.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job droning him. Oh, Marko committing to those tanks there. That's a scary move there by Marko, pushing past those connies. Looks like Kwos not wanting to commit. I think Kwos got this here.
Yeah, that was a
Kwos
good
sold.
pull.
Yeah, he's He knows too. He got a radar down. He got his refinery placed pretty nice. Sold his MCV, and now it's gonna come in. It's gonna look pretty bad for Marko here in a sec.
Yeah, that push, that commitment. I think Kwos had the War Factory right there, so even more rhinos coming out. So it was a good hold from Kwos, but Marko's in trouble now. Does he have the tank
Meanwhile,
control?
on the left side, still a stalemate.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, Kwos. Oh, Kwos. Blunder tank control.
Oh, the mine is
a little too far in there.
Nice,
Yeah.
so.
Kwos's miner was going on a little trip. He brings it back though. I think that he was a little preoccupied there.
Yeah. Is he going? So I saw that Legend and Gino was kind of trying to go around on the other side of the map, help their teammate out, but they seem to be just pulling back. Oh, okay, never mind. They're fully committing on the right side now. Let's go. All 4 players on one side. Oh, but is it a bait?
Oh,
Is it a
this
bait?
is gonna be nice for Legend. Legend's gonna go in and snipe that War Factory on the left side. They need to get something big out of here. Gino's tanks are just sitting there for now. He needs to do something with them.
Oh, but Kwos gonna go
He already
forward.
lost his War Factory and he's about to lose the MCV as well.
Kwos loses his refinery. Sorry, Marko loses his refinery as well. Now Legend lost his MCV and War Factory.
Not looking good for Team Bob.
But on top left though.
Yeah,
Does get a
this
War
one's
Factory
over
out.
here.
Nice. So no War Factories on the left side. It's all down to the right side, which Marko has lost. And down goes that last Rhino, and the last War Factory from Marko goes down. Oof. That is why I like random spots until... Oh my god.
I got a little sluggish there at the end. A little slow. Hopefully it's not too bad for them.
I'm expecting a complete from Marko in a bit here.
Get that out of the way. I say this only because Marko has been droned every single game.
Yeah.
And that really does affect him. It slows him down. You know, you don't want him to be slowed down. You want him to carry you. You know, so support him. And then, not that Gino needs carrying, but support Marko and he'll do carrying regardless if you need it or not.
Yeah. I think when it comes to having a like a good player, if it's like the what do you call it? The chemistry or the playstyle of a team, you know, if you have one of the best players ever and one of not the best players ever, I'm not saying Gino is that, but being able to support your teammate to let him be able to do what he does best, it's probably what they're lacking here, I think, Team Bob. But when that does happen, like on the jungle game, you saw how much Marko can absolutely dominate if he gets the proper support and everything else. So we'll see how this goes in Caverns. Another corners game again.
Was it Tim? Tim does that very well actually. He goes AFC basically right after War Factor just about every single game, and he does that. And I've had to face against it, and I tell you, like, it's a little bit tougher to use your drones.
I think Gino, when allies, he has been going AFC after War Factory. Like, yeah, there we go.
Oh, we got drone coming out again, and he drones Marko again. So Marko, once again, I think he has a preemptive freaking depot anyways. I think that's like part of his build order by now. Like his third building is a depot, no matter what.
Yeah. Double drone coming in here. Nice double drone from Legend.
That's not good. He drones Gino's tank.
And the miner Kwos.
Not too bad. Not too bad of a trade.
Oh, that Rocketito.
That's very nice. Oh, he doesn't target the miner. Wait, why didn't he sacrifice his rhino there for that miner?
Oh, shot the service depot instead. And I think
Yeah,
Marko
trying
to follow up with that rhino. But Kwos just pushed it away. If Gino had a Harrier, he could have finished it off, right? That miner.
Oh yeah, I think Marko could have finished it off. I think he clicked on it and then he pulled back accidentally, maybe. I don't think he would have just let that miner just live like that.
Yeah.
Probably a little mistake there. Look at the top. Gino pushing in here. His tanks are a little bit ahead of his fodder. I think he was committing to that because he had the fodder, but it doesn't work that way if the fodder's behind your tanks.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna get pushed all the way back here. No, we're not seeing any Harris from Gino as well.
Yeah, not yet. He has a paradrop on the top. It's a little scary there. We've always seen that paradrop destroy half the bases. So Kwos on 4 miners, one of them getting his gems. Marko on 5 miners. So bottom side's kind of stabilized. They're kind of okay. They're both okay to build. Meanwhile, on the top side, 5 miners for Legend, and Legend's moving his MCV, expanding to the bottom right. Gino on 4 miners, so he's the only one that's kind of struggling at the moment. A little further behind in his macro than the rest of the players.
Yeah, and on eco as well. And Legend's gonna keep up that pressure onto him. That War Factory is gonna get targeted. Gino's gonna push in though. GI's gonna want that War Factory. Does not get deployed, but he does push all the Rhinos all the way back. I think Gino can probably push all the way through. He should be able to push all the way through. Maybe sniper that War Factory out the way because oh, he seems to be on that cliff.
These are plastics though. He needs to get some value out of these plastics.
Yeah.
At least for now. Takes
nice
out 1 War Factory. 3 miners AFK for Legend. I mean, you're sniping War Factory for War Factory, so I guess that's definitely worth it since you cleaned up half the Rhinos. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Kwos is pushing in on Marko. Marko sold his MCV, I guess. I don't see it.
Yeah, he
they both sold.
Engineer's there as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. 3 War Factories. Kwos sold as well. And now Gino's gonna send the Rocketeers onto his bottom left. Absolutely perfect idea. The tank control here. There's Connie's available for Marko, but how does this Micro holds up against Kwos?
Yeah, a little more fodder for Kwos. They're actually helping him there. It looks like Marko is losing this fight here.
It's hard to see the colors.
That's a huge fight to lose. That's game decider there.
Oh no!
Match decider fight.
Oh, Marko goes GG.
Yeah, Kwos' tank control was very nice there. He positions himself really nice. And he did have the fodder number there. It actually played a big role there.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really nice from Kwos. Yeah, Gino called GG's as well. It is on match point, so it looks like our predictions didn't go the way it wanted to. It's gonna be 4-2 to Team Jordan. Yeah, it's weird to see Marko messing up tank control, but it does happen. GG.
I don't even want to say Marko messed it up. I think just Kwos had a better position. Almost felt like he had a better positioning in some way. Like his tanks were just better positioned. Marko, he's known for his tank control. He's really fucking good. But just Kwos, I feel like he stands out with his tank control. At least to me when I play him. God damn, he always has his tanks in like these stupid positions that you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.